Well, for me, I commend him and I'm grateful for his statements, especially where he said he will support me if he goes to the Southeast. On issue of merger, coming together of parties, I always said, as long as any merger or any coming together is for a better Nigeria, for a new Nigeria, for governing properly, and for it. If it's just merger for election or state capture, I'm not part of it. I want to be part of anything. Like I always say, I'm not desperate to be president. I'm desperate to see Nigeria work, especially for the poor people, because we have a lot of potentials. So if the merger is to be able to govern Nigeria properly, unlock all those things that will make Nigeria a better place, and for it, it might be at party level, it might be at individual level, it might be at any level, but we must come together to be able to build a better Nigeria.
I am not desperate to be president. I just want to see Nigeria work. This word, they moves me. It hit me hard. And he went on to say, if the measure they are talking about is about state capture, I am not part of it. If the measure they are talking about is about state capture, I am not part of it. Now, Atiku Abubakar has said that he's going to support Peter Obi in the 2027 general election if the PDP zone the ticket to the Southeast, that he will support him. And then he came out recently and said he will keep contesting as long as he's healthy. He will keep contesting as long as he's healthy. He made reference to Abraham Lincoln that contested 7 times before winning the election. So he's seeing himself in the place of Abraham Lincoln. That means what Atiku Abubakar is looking at, he's looking at a possibly merger between him and Peter Obi. Remember, Peter Obi is a 6 million block vote man. The man you're seeing here is walking on the street of Nigeria with 6 million block vote. And in 2027, it's going to be more, because many persons who supported the obedient movement were not up to 18 years of age. Then they're going to turn 18. We're going to have millions of Nigerians that will turn 18 years. Go on TikTok and see how they were inspired with the obedient movement. You saw most of the videos they made, most of them were not up to 18 years. So they're going to turn 18 years. So they are going to, obedient movement rank is going to swell up. P2B is going to have more votes. Why the rank of APC and PDP will be depleted more. It will be depleted more because the current state of the country has reset the brain of so many persons. So they are going to come under the fold of the Labour Party and Mr. P2B. So P2B is going to have more votes. So this is a man with a block vote. So Atiku Abubakar is looking at a possible merger. He's thinking in the direction of Bola Tinubu, but this time around he will be the one to contest. He will be the one to contest. He wants to use P2B to actualize his dream. Now, what happened in 2015, where there was the coming together of the CPC, the ACN, the AMPP to form the APC, was what we call the state capture. All they wanted was power. They didn't want to govern Nigeria because Nigeria was already on the right track. I mean, we are talking about the 3rd fastest growing economy in the world, alongside India, China, and Dubai. And though Goodluck Jonathan may have his issues with the insecurity in the northeast, which a lot of persons have said it was sponsored to destabilize his government, the issue is still there. It is still there. It has not gone. But Goodluck Jonathan cabinet was one of the best, has the best brain, and they were already working to transform the country. So what we had in 2015 was a state capture, and they've captured Nigeria, and they were not able to govern. Nigeria became worse. So P2B is an intelligent man. He is looking at it at that aspect. Maybe these people are looking for a way to use me with a block vote to capture Nigeria. If that is what they are talking about, I am not part of it. I'm not in a desperate mode to become the president. I'm not desperate. If I was desperate, I would have asked the people to go out and protest and protect their vote, even though indirectly he was telling, hey, go and protest. But he can't come out openly and tell them to go and protest. I am not desperate. My ambition is not what the life and destruction of this country, just like what the people in 2015 did. Their ambition overwhelmed them, and they went to protest against fuel subsidy that would have saved this country. Remember, Kayode Fayemi came out to say that it was a sponsored protest. They knew what they were doing. They knew that allowing the fuel subsidy to be removed in 2012 would have saved this country a lot. But their personal political ambition override them ahead of the progress of this country. But P2B is not in that league. He's not in that kind of mode. He doesn't want to be used to capture the state. If you want a merger, then I will lead that merger. I will be the forefront. I will be the presidential candidate. Anything aside of that, I am not part of it. I'm not going to support people who are political mongers. I'm not going to support people who are hungry for power. I am not going to support people who want to capture the state, people who does not have vision, do not have roadmap to lead the state forward. Because looking at it critically, Atiku Abubakar becoming the president of this country is a continuation of what Bola Tinubu is doing. You know why? Atiku Abubakar has a lot of political associates. So when he becomes the president, he will definitely say to each and every one of them. Remember during the 2019 presidential election debate, he said it openly that when he becomes the president, he's going to make sure he makes his friends happy. That was what he said. He's going to say to his friends that these are the people that helped him to become the president. He's going to help them. Why won't he help them? That was what he said. And this is what Bola Tinubu is doing. Now, Tinubu has a very over-bloated government because he has put a lot of persons in positions. His ministry is the highest. He has increased the ministries in Nigeria because he wants to settle his friend. Created different ministries just because he wanted to settle political associates. So this is one of the reasons why he's finding it difficult to govern, because he's carrying an over-bloated government. But P2B is not so. P2B does not have too much associate. He doesn't have too much political friends. Compare with the APC and PDP. Just picture the PDP. Look at the power mongers. Look at the political associates. Look at everyone that want to be satisfied. People that have been out of government since 2015. You see the problem now. So this is the problem that Atiku Abubakar is going to face if he wins the election and becomes the president. It's going to be a continuation of what Bola Tinubu is doing. But P2B is different. He doesn't have too many mouths to feed. He doesn't even have too many hungry people, and he will definitely go for technocrat. That was what he did as a governor in Anambra State. He went for technocrats, and the moment they were done with their ministries or whatever work, they went back to their profession. But like what you have with Atiku Abubakar and Bola Tinubu, they will put their friends, their political friends, even if they don't have the technical expertise to do the work. What is a lawyer doing as an aviation minister? What is a lawyer doing as a power sector? Just look at the lopsided appointment they have, putting different round pegs in the square holes. That is a problem we are having in the country. Professionals are not allowed to handle the ministries. They are not allowed to do that. That is why you see they are not given the required result that is needed to push the country forward. Olusegun Obasanjo, Goodluck Jonathan, these were the two men that gave us ministers that has technical expertise. Look at Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala. Look at what she did with the Ministry of Finance. Look at what she did with the economy. Nigerian economy was adjourned the third fastest growing economy in the world. Of course, Nigeria was in a safe hand, but unfortunately, the people then allowed political power mongers to use them to scuttle the presidency of Goodluck Jonathan. So P2B is saying, I am not part and parcel of that. If you want Nigeria to work, we are going to come together and make Nigeria work. But if you want a state capture, goodbye. I am not interested in that. And that is who I am supporting. Thank you very much for watching. I'm going to see you in the next video.